Oh, that was funny. Yeah, no, okay. So I need to mute it when I start broadcasting, not before. Okay. That's stupid. Why even let me change the audio settings before I go live then? Isn't that dumb? That's just PlayStation's fault for having that. That's stupid. Okay, hi guys. I forgot everybody can hear me. So you guys, they can hear you now. We're here with Scuba Steve and WC Assassin. You're gonna notice
the best night ever.
Between part 2 and part 3.
What's up, y'all?
You're gonna notice a huge change. It's because there was a little technical difficulties in part.
That's all my
There was some very bad things said by some even worse people. But it's okay now.
It's okay now. I deleted it. I was
too fucked up for stream earlier. Let's put it that way. Too much vodka and Squeaky
So
Steve.
all you missed was me.
Somebody
fucking up
replaced my
some
oxygen
crocodiles
tank with a vodka tank, and I got tanked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're good. We're good now. I'm so good.
Okay, all right. Since we're fucking streaming, I wanted to bring the subject up because it's a crazy ass fucking subject.
I was about to finish that story about my dad there.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, fucking dude, it was just Jet. What were we playing that night? I
can't remember.
I just remember.
It was something. No, it was something I was learning on. It was something. I think it was like.
I just remember.
We
were trying to teach
Monster
him something.
Hunter? I think it would have been Monster Hunter.
No, because that didn't happen not that long ago. Dude.
No, because if it was Monster Hunter, we would have been live. Because when we played Monster Hunter, we were streaming it. It was just you and me. We were playing something though. I was teaching you a game.
I can't remember. He was teaching me a game, and like he mentioned it more than once.
What games have you recently bought?
Monster. Are you sure it was only you two? Because I'm almost positive that I was there when this conversation happened.
Like,
were you in there or not? I couldn't remember.
I'm almost positive because I heard your dad in the background. He's like, "Fucking dumbass, won't listen," or what? Like,
yeah, okay, no, it was
along the lines like.
It was Monster Hunter, but it was just us three. We were teaching him something about a weapon.
Yeah, it's hilarious because
it was a weapon I used because that's why I was telling him like just press this.
Like,
he was doing everything but what I was telling him to do, and eventually I just stood up. I remember standing up in my living room and yelling at my TV, "Listen here, motherfucker! Hit R2, goddammit!" And then my dad's head pops in from the kitchen. How many times you gotta tell that dumbass the same damn thing? How retarded is your buddy there?
Yeah.
Jet, press fucking R2! Shit! And he just walks back out to make dinner.
Bro, I was just pissing myself laughing because I hear Zach yelling at me. I hear Zach yelling at me, and then I hear older age Zach just say, "Come on, you dumbass motherfucker! Press the fucking button."
If you ever wonder where I get it from, it's my old man. Definitely.
Oh yeah, no, it's hilarious.
You want to hear the best, like, how one of my friends, like, met my dad, and, like, so I used to have a rule growing up, whenever my friends would be like, "Yo, do you care if I spend the night?" I didn't ask my parents. I made my friends ask my dad.
Oh, God.
Because he always had the best answer. My buddy T, fucking love him. First ever time, he's like, "Hey, man, care if I just crash so I don't have to go down?" And he's like, I was like, "Yeah, man, but you gotta ask my old man, because I love his responses to my friends." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Trust me, it's good." I was like, "He'll say yes, but it'll just be with a really cool, like, spin." I was like, "You're good with swearing and stuff, right? Like, you ain't a bitch." And he's like, "Nah, man, I'm good. Like, you're good." I was like, "All right, cool." Dad, no less than 2 minutes go by. Here comes the steps cracking. I was like, "Hey, here comes old man right now. You can ask him, T." I was like, "Hey, Dad, T's got a question for you." And he's like, "What's up, bud?" T's like, "You care if I crash here for the night, Mr. Dolan?" My dad looks him dead in the face. Now, mind you, we're in 6th grade, so we're 12, 13 years old. This is my old man's response.
This is going to be good.
This is also his, like, "Hi, by the way, I'm Zach's dad, by the way." You know, like, this is him meeting him. "Oh, yeah, bud, I don't care. You're welcome to crash here for the night, but 2 things. Don't jerk off on my couch, and don't piss yourself in the sleep on my couch. Have a good one." Walks out, grabs 2 more beers, and heads back upstairs. That's how he introduced himself. Like, that would be like, "Hey, do you care if I stay? Just don't jerk off, or if you do, just make sure you get it in the toilet. I don't care." Like, my dad is the coolest mother.
Oh, that's hilarious.
"Hey, Dad, how's work?" Still on the green side of the grass, so guess I'm fucking alright. Like,
dude, I love it. I got 2 stories here. before we get into this conversation that I wanted to get into. So, story number one.
I love digressing.
I never really, like, I never had a sleepover at my house back in Compton because, I mean, it's a hood. No parents wanted to fucking, you know, their kids going over anybody's house. That's a fact.
Also like to remind
So,
viewers
now
that
I didn't have my
recording
first.
and gene editing
Is that
for today's
California
military
or
is
Yeah,
safer
New
than
York.
ever.
Okay.
California.
Are they both as bad, or is New York's worse?
Just so everybody can actually hear this. No, it is not as bad as y'all see it in like the NWA movie or the fucking Set It Off movie or anything like that. It has its ghetto parts and it has its suburbs. Yes, mainly it is ghetto, but it's not like you see people fucking running up on each other, shooting each other like the entire time. It's not like that at all. You know, I don't know how New York is. I've never been to New York. You know, but I mean, from what I can tell from my friends, there's good areas and there's bad areas also. So it's. I just wanted to point out that misconception there because everybody sees Compton as like this fucking, you know, place where you're supposed to get shot. You know, you can't wear this color, you can't wear this color, and yeah, you can't wear colors.
I wanted to try that out.
You can't wear colors in certain neighborhoods. That's a fact. You can't. You know, but
So if I want to die quickly, what color and what neighborhood do I run through?
Well, we'll get to that in a different
the friendly face of Captain Wiki's fish and chips.
So anyway,
in real life, the
what,
pirate was a genocidal
okay.
monster who murdered and enslaved
So
thousands.
when I moved over here to AZ, I had my first sleepover, and it wasn't at my house; it was at my friend's house. So I remember I told him, I was like, "Hey, dude, like, can we sleep over? I mean, you know, fucking, you got the PS2, I got Dragon Ball Budokai 2, so let's fucking get this going, you know." And he was like, "All right, yeah, let me ask my dad, but you got to be next to me when I ask him." And I'm like, "No, dude, don't put me in that fucking position, man." Like, you know. And so he was like, "Hey, if you want to say it, bro, like, you know, you got to be right next to me at least." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." Keep in mind, this friend that I was sleeping over, his house was like literally right behind mine. And it was funny because we go up to his dad. By the way, you know, rest in peace. He passed away I think 2 years ago. I went up to him and, you know, he goes up to him. He goes, "Dad, can George sleep over?" But of course everything's in Spanish. And he was like, he goes, "Fuck no. I don't want to be looking at somebody else's kid and then having them go into my fridge." And then he just started laughing. So, I mean, when I saw it, like, me personally, when I was a kid, I was a fucking bitch. I don't know, I got jumped so much, dude. Like, I was the biggest bitch on the planet.
Destruction of natural coastal habitats is
Like,
sometimes necessary.
When I saw it, dude,
I'm
I
so
was
glad
kinda
to know that
Private equity
now.
fund partners.
like, I was like, "Yo, why is your dad laughing, bro? Like, oh, that's fucked up, man." You know?
And just
then
ruined
he
my
looked
point of view of you forever.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was
Like,
a fucking tough piece of shit.
No matter what, like, whether it's chiseled or, like, Chubb is gonna be standing in front of me the day I get to meet you. Like, this little Mexican hero out of the army is just gonna be diminished to this little Mexican bitch now.
Good luck.
Well, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, you might be able to beat my ass every which way from Sunday, but you were a bitch.
You were a bitch. That'll be Zach's comeback from now on.
I was so fucking scared of everything, but we'll get to that in a different topic here. But
I was gonna say, I could admit, no matter what, growing up, I was like, I don't know if it was the fact of being diabetic that I had that, like, if I oversleep, I could, you know, like, go low or high and die. So, oh shit, you know, like, I've just always been like, all right, no matter what, I gotta be prepared and okay with everything in life. So, like, I've never been afraid of much in life. So, like, that's where I'm just cracking up because it's like, I'm the littlest fucker you could imagine. Like, I'm, you know, 5'6", 120 pounds soaking wet. I'm not intimidating at all. And I've never really been afraid. Like, George's big ass that could probably curl me one-handed. Who grew up, like,
oh god, I'm afraid of you, pretty much.
And it's just like, man, I can't imagine that.
Well,
I can't imagine you as a
bitch. There's two types of people in this world, bro. There's the person who's gonna continue being the fucking punching bag, you know, and he's gonna go through life being the punching bag. He's gonna let people step all over him. He's gonna fucking he's not gonna do anything about it.
And then there's doers, people that change themselves and make something out of it.
The person who got pissed off and had enough of everybody's shit picking on him and whatnot, that one day he decided to curl his fucking fist and throw a fucking right hook right at this dude and broke his fucking teeth.
See, and that's how I learned how to give myself insulin shots. I was tired of waiting around for my, like, whoever was like, alright, gotta clean up the table. Everybody else is outside playing. I'm sitting here at the age of like 6, like, man, I'm really bored. I'm stuck at the table until they're done. Like, this sucks. So eventually I learned, I sat there, 6 years old, I was like, alright, this isn't too hard. I ate 40 carbs, I divide that by this number, which at the time, if I remember right, back then was like 8. So it'd be like, alright, 40 carbs divided by 8, taught myself, you know, 6 years old, I taught myself how to do like long division, all that shit. I'm sitting there like, alright, blah, 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 5 units, that's easy. Draw that out, put it in my arm. Time to go play kickball, bitches!
This shark is a sort of...
That's the only reason I taught myself how to do an insulin injection at the age of 6. Because I was tired of waiting for other people to do it for me. I was tired of watching everybody else get to go outside and play.
But, we're getting off subject again. I bet.
The appetite of this shark is nearly insane.
No, so, you know, his dad's laughing at me, and I'm kind of like looking at him like, fuck, dude, like,
oh my god,
you have to say it like that, dog, like, you know, like,
yo,
and he just started, he's just laughing at me. He was like, nah, of course you can say, man. He goes, but here's the thing.
So to cut in really quick, on my game, you can basically nothing just ate me. On my game,
I was hoping you sucked.
you can go on the land, and like I have the special ability where I survive. You survive a lot longer. Like,
so don't you like dehydrate or
on
something?
land,
It's like a bar
I
comes up and then
literally
you start losing
jumped
health.
in the air, and I'm literally swimming in somebody's backyard pool right now.
What the fuck?
I'm a bull shark. I'm an adult bull shark.
I would argue with that, except my aunt and uncle are currently getting like their pool redone because they're getting a saltwater in-ground pool done in the next 2 weeks. Because it's, I forget, it's like the minerals or something. I assume it's like something for your body or something like that. It helps
I
like
can tell you about that. It would still be toxic to the shark. I used to be a pool boy.
I mean, it's a good bit different. Plus, they're still going to be chlorinated and bullshit.
Yes.
But I understand it's a video game, and that's the only reasoning to why. But
probably,
I can understand why it's not like you wouldn't die immediately right then and there in that.
Yeah, no.
Because
no,
those
it's
are
just funny because like I'm just like sitting here. Now, how the fuck do I get out of here?
Jumping
Alright,
fucking.
So my friend Jay, he was like, here, you can stay, but you guys gotta do a favor for me.
Oh god.
All right, yeah, for sure, man, no problem. So at this time, I was probably about 13 years old.
Oh god.
And so he goes, I'm really fucking hungry. Y'all run down the street and give me some McDonald's.
Yo.
I'd be like, can I, you want to throw out a 5 so I get a Big Mac too?
Or he goes, look, just give me this, this, and this, and then you guys can take the rest. And it was like fucking 25, 30 bucks what was left over.
Shit!
Yeah.
That's scary. See, if that was me, I'd have spent it all because I'd have ate it all in front. Like, I'm that little fat kid that's skinny.
He got his shit. But the rest of it went to a Circle K, dude. We were getting slushies, candy, bro. Like, so yeah, me, Andy, and our friend, dude, was, bro. We were up all night playing fucking PlayStation and just having a good time because of the money.
That reminds me of the good old days when I was in my 20s. That's all we did was just get a whole bunch of food.
See, that was him at 13, not 20.
Oh yeah, I know. I had no friends at 13, so.
Old man.
So.
Don't worry, buddy. I didn't really have friends and go out and do all that shit until I was like 15, 16-ish, like that. Like, growing up diabetic, my parents were rather strict about it. That, and a lot of my friends' parents didn't know shit, so, you know, really ballsy to let your kid stay the night at someone's house if he woke up like convulsing with a low blood sugar and nobody in the family knows what to do besides call 911 and pray to God that the ambulance gets there in time. So yeah, my first sleepover didn't happen until I was like 12 or 13.
Do not attempt to improvise your own.
I mean, I didn't argue with them though. Like I respected it and I'm completely fine with it. Like I would have done the same damn thing. I'd have been like, hey, do their parents understand how this works? No? Well, no offense, but until you find some people that do, no. And
yeah.
that was a fair deal with me because I looked at it this way. Good point, because if I, you know, well, I wouldn't wake up, but if I started convulsing in the middle of the night, I'd rather not risk death by how fast is 911's response time at 2 a.m. Like, I completely was on board with that deal.
Random mutations.
Some of my friends growing up were like, that sounds a little unfair. I'm like, not at all. Like, you didn't grow up with this, otherwise you wouldn't agree with your parents. Like, some people look at it and they're like, man, it can't be that bad. Like, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's not, but sometimes it can.
Like, yes, if you think diabetes is nothing to, is like, oh, it's nothing.
Simple fuck up can be a very big thing.
Try looking at, I had to look after, my ex.
So your mom had it, don't you?
Yeah.
So doesn't your mother have too? Like, you've had like multiple people with it in your life.
Yeah, with my ex. And it's just like, looking at it, it scares you when they show you that sugar chart on how much sugar drinks have. And like, I'm looking at energy drinks and that, and I'm like, oh my god, I consume like 5 of those in one day sometimes. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Slamming down a Pepsi casually for my 5th can of Pepsi in the past 3 hours.
Now,
Pancreas, I know you love me.
Now, I love the iteration of the Hannah Montana shows that when, what's Mitchell's character gets diabetes, and like, Oliver gets diabetes, and like Miley and Lily lose their shit.
The only reason I remember that dude's name is because he was diabetic in an episode.
Because like, and they lose their absolute shit. And they're just like,
they eat low or something. They're like freaking out because they don't know what to do. And he's like, guys, you just got to get me something with like carbs in it or whatever.
Like, yeah, no, like, because they didn't tell him.
People think it's all sugar. It's carbs, not the sugar. You don't look at the sugar. You look at the carbohydrate.
The sugar is dangerous.
Sugar has nothing to do with it.
Sugar has nothing to do with it. Like, which gets on it.
Sugar's bad for anybody, not just diabetic.
Like, diabetics,
you
getting
and George
diabetic.
Could eat more sugar and have worse problems in life than I could.
Yeah, because it's technically you're eating healthier.
Fat.
Yeah, and then it's just
like, Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, Jet, you're the Oompa Loompa out of both of us, dude. I'm just a tall fat dude.
I had one guy at Metrotown. One guy at Metrotown who wanted me to go. He wanted to go after me. Now I can't repeat what he called. I can't repeat what he called my ex and my daughter to my face, but like, he wanted me. He wanted to go at me so bad, but he wanted me to jump, like, rush him, and I'm not, I know he's armed, and I'm not gonna be, if he has a knife, I'm not disarming him, I'm gonna get stabbed. And so when everything else failed,
you see,
he's just like,
crazy like me, there's an easy way around that.
Well, I'm not crazy, so, and he's just like,
you gotta just take one for the team, man.
He's just like, hey, come on, fat boy. I'm like, oh, come on, you can do better than that.
Oh, see, right there. If I was you and I'm standing there and somebody looked at me and went, come on, fat boy, I'd have turned, looked him right in the face and been like, now you asking me to come on your chin or your forehead?
Oh.
Like, which one is it?
I was never take it seriously because anytime I hear fat boy, I get reminded of the blind black dude from Hey Arnold in that one fucking episode where they get stuck in the subway. And he was like, quit hocking up on the air, fat boy!
Well, see, that's why I would have made the joke about forehead or chin, because as soon as I heard fat boy, I just started joking, like, oh, we're making jokes now, huh?
I'm sorry, bro. You shouldn't take fat boy as an insult, really.
Yeah, like, fat boy,
was funny.
That doesn't really sound insulting.
And like the hilarious...
Fat boy, I'm like, that's my rap name, how'd you know?
Hey, man, welcome back to the 3rd grade. Hit me with something a little harder next time, please.
The funniest part about this dipshit was he was just like, he didn't realize realize that the cops are literally like just a foot behind me dealing with something. So my ex just runs and grabs the cops and just gets kicked off the property. It's like, yeah.
Oh, man, you're dumb. Trying to fight in front of the police. That's a dipshit move.
Oh yeah, that's just stupid.
See, Jet, if you're a little bit ballsier in this situation, because I'm assuming up in Canada it's usually colder, so you're probably always in long sleeves or a jacket.
The funny thing is, Vancouver on the west coast it's kind of like California weather, and it's retarded. One day, weather. Fucking English. Oh god.
There's an H in there.
It's an H in.
I'll tell you.
God damn it! He just went from Vancouver to Mississippi in
We're there.
Permanently consuming anything that's vaguely
The weather.
The weather down here.
The weather over her on the west coast.
Now, the funny thing about Vancouver is it's just, the weather's retarded here. Like, one day I was in shorts and a tank top, and the next day I gotta put on a hoodie and a jersey because it's freezing over here. Like, if you go to Alberta or something...
If you're wearing short sleeves, you can still do this. It just works better if you have a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah.
But if you know the assailant's weird and has a knife, there's a reason. I got I think there's 3 marks on my forearm now from this. One of them, yeah, down there. But, yeah, nah, dude. I mean, okay, I'm diabetic, so also there's a lot of nerve endings dead in my left arm, but, yeah, so I've, kid pulled one before in a fight, went to swing it, caught it with my forearm and just went, alright, broke the bridge of his nose with my right hand, and pulled his, he let go of it, obviously, as he fell back holding his face, pulled the little fucker out, wiped it off, shut it, put it in my pocket, thanks, bud, that's mine now. Alright, let's continue.
New USDA
I also,
rule
I don't feel a lot in my arm there,
might
so
have saved these damaged clubs from
just make sure you don't stick out where one of your veins. I'm also real veiny, so I can tell where I can and can't do that.
Yeah, see, like, you've been in a lot of fights. I haven't been in fights, so, like, if any of you guys are gonna come down and beat
y'all are nice. I grew up down here in a shitty area where...
I love how I'm just saying, yeah, I don't know how to fight, so if any of y'all watching this want to come down and kick the shit out of me, yeah. Come on down.
So if that happens, I'm coming up there kicking the shit out of y'all then.
Yeah.
Because I can fight.
Exactly.
I want to punch you. Can I punch you?
George, I want to punch him. Can I punch him, please?
Yeah, go ahead,
alright, so... I told you guys the story yesterday from the dude who fucking, came in and stole some shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you told us that.
I should have fucking dome rocked him. I should have fucking
got fired.
No, I don't remember what I said. I found him afterward.
Oh, no, I didn't catch that part. I think I might have taken the headset off to get a drink.
Yeah, no, I found him after work, dude, and I fucking told him to give me all the shit that he had, and he said that he didn't have it. That he fucking, he had sold it for money already. So I was like, bro, if I ever catch you back in my store, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking break your jaw, and I'm gonna fuck that bitch of yours up, too.
Ooh. Remember, boys and girls?
He was over the crackhead, bro. They're a fucking crackhead couple. Hey, also, for everybody, I mean everybody, do not just fucking fight people, bro, and then not expect to get hit. And I mean for everybody.
I hate people that think if they go up and hit somebody that they're not gonna get back.
Like, yeah, remember, you're never that intimidating.
What's that post? Where is it?
No, the thing is, hey, you might not fucking meet the dude that will do it, but I guarantee you that there is. He gonna fucking Mike Tyson the shit out of your titty. You're gonna have to cut that shit off.
Yo, right here. This was a post once. I laughed my ass off. But I don't hit women, but once a female spits at me, draws blood, or backs a tool on me, her name is Dave, and she gonna learn to behave. Like, I understand. Yeah, I agree. I'm not for hitting women, but if a bitch is coming at you with the intent to like kill you with a weapon or some bullshit, her name is Dave, and she gonna behave.
I'm sorry, bro. You catching this fucking right hook. That's all I'm gonna take.
If my life is in danger, I don't give a shit what you are. I'm fighting back.
Unpopular opinion here. You guys,
Like,
y'all
that's
want...
what I mean. Because it takes a lot to make me feel like my life's in danger because I don't worry about a lot.
Even if you are some type of deity and you're like, yo, it's time for you to go. Like,
Bro, if it's a deity, then I gotta fight back.
Bro.
You gotta try to fight a deity. You gotta see how you compare to a deity. Like, then at least if you win, you can tell your friends, look, I just beat a deity. And if you lose, you're on your way up or down going, well, that's how bad I lost, huh? Shit, wasn't even close.
He was like, yo, remember Hercules? How he was
I tried to tear my
legend?
shirt off in front of that son of a bitch, and he stomped me through my basement into hell.
So homeboy just looked at me and winked, and somehow I ended up in China, dude. Like, oh.
Last thing I remember is waking up in Hong Kong.
Next to a lady cutting a chicken's head off, bro. Shit was insane.
There was ducks hanging in the windows. I have no idea where I'm at.
Bro, my in fucking Chinatown? Like, don't know, dog. You are in China. In a town in China.
No, you're in English town in China. America
You're in
town.
America, China.
Oh, God.
There's a KFC right there in the corner.
The members of Baton Tordu who commissioned this piece apparently found it whimsical.
Bet
Whereas
you
if
didn't think
ask
we had
me,
those in
it's a little
Chinatown,
trite
huh?
and unimaginative.
Bro, that said FCK. It was close enough. Alright, anyway, so the subject that I wanted to fucking mention. So did y'all hear that fucking NASA found like a possible parallel universe that runs backwards? Time runs
I
backwards?
saw that. I didn't want to read. I didn't read it,
Golf ball
but
diving
yeah.
is an exciting and growing
Yo.
field
Wait,
where you can
what was
risk
that?
alligators and venomous
So
snakes for
NASA
7 to 10
found
cents per
signs of a parallel universe where time runs backwards.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can
So
you
imagine
explain
that
all
the way you die is by going back inside of your mom.
Oh.
Like, get
Yeah,
ready,
could've-
mom. This is gonna be an experience for the both of us.
I could have went the rest of my life without ever hearing that sentence.
So, like,
Yup.
here's the weird thing. How are you birthed?
Well, that's the
Apparently-
thing, man. History already happened.
So
And then
what
it
you're
just
telling
went
me
reverse.
is like, say I get shot by someday I'm out at a bar, piss off the wrong guy, he walks up and just blows the back of my head away with a gun. Now,
You're
in
about to
this
experience
universe,
that in reverse.
in this universe, all of a sudden there's like, my body comes flying up onto a stool, the guy pulls the gun out, puts it in his pocket and goes, "What's up, bud?" and walks away. And then, like, I walk in reverse and stuff.
Hockey
Or,
sticks
like,
are still
that,
legal according to
or
Baton
I'm not sure
Tordu
if they
course
meant
rules.
where
But
the
not for
roles
long,
were
if
probably
membership
reversed.
director Doug
So
Thompson
all
has
of us
anything
could have
to say
possibly
about it.
been women in the parallel universe.
well, no, but that's what I mean. Like, if it's time flowing
Well,
backwards,
it's time reverse. Yeah, that's going back.
wouldn't it
That's
just be
time
like
reversal.
Family Guy, where they do that one where everybody's walking backwards and everything, and like all that shit? Like, is that how that works? Like, huh?
I would assume so. Maybe the way they talk is not backwards, but time
what,
itself is backwards.
Can I go
Traveling around,
watch,
we are
like,
constantly
all of my
reminded of how man's intrusion
more
has
terrible
disrupted the
life
fragile equilibrium of the marine
moments
world.
again? Can I go relive all the good and bad times? Yeah, like, wow, this sucked. That was cool. That sucked. That
But
was
just
cool.
imagine that though. The way that you're gonna die is the same way you came in.
That's just. Oh,
At
that's.
least I'd be a baby and not self-aware, so there's that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the
Oh,
only.
So it's
that would be-
basically the Benjamin
here's-
Button.
Here's the
Yeah,
terrifying.
exactly.
Here's the
Benjamin
terrifying thing. You're gonna start life knowing everything, but you're slowly just gonna become more incompetent and unable to think.
I
Now,
don't like that. You're right.
mean,
you're
that's
gonna
kinda-
start
that's kinda
life
how
as
you're
smart
doing
as
it
you
when
can
you're
be,
older,
and
yeah.
then become slowly dumber.
Now, maybe if you don't start and you do learn thing, like say you learn stuff, and you learn how to become everything like at a faster rate because you're an adult, now you're just gonna know everything and you're just gonna become younger and unable to do that. So both are equally terrifying.
So in basically you just slowly become dumber and hate more because you can't do what you want to do.
Yes.
I'm slowly becoming a worse artist again.
Now the only upside for me in that is my diabetes affecting my body would be reversed, so I would slowly get healthier.
Pretty much.
Yes! The one winning scenario of being diabetic.
Oh, you know what would
I'm in! I want to go to this universe!
Dude, the fact that kidney stones would go back inside of my pee hole.
No!
Nah, I'm assuming there's a way I can block that.
Dude, reverse sex.
I'm just gonna pinch off the... Wait, what? Reverse sex? Dude, I don't want to feel it going back inside of me. Oh!
Come on,
I don't want to reverse piss. Dude, imagine every time you threw up, it'd be like family.
Wouldn't be necessary.
Dude,
What about
stop. We're done. Stop.
reverse crapping?
Stop. Just like Stewie. Oh, it's so cold, Brian.
It's steamy, warm as shit.
No, it would be cold at that point. It'd be hours out. It's cold, or unless it reheats.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
that poop went from soil
Oh god.
back into poop.
It's just like Cartman
And then
when he gets
comes
that
back out
satellite
his food.
shoved back up his ass.
Imagine puking out an apple. Like you're just sitting there, like, I feel a burp coming. What the fuck? Like, I ate that an hour ago. What the shit?
Oh god.
Like imagine you're just sitting there like there's the like if you eat the core or whatever, I don't know, like you pull the core out of the trash can and then just start slowly spitting chunks back onto it and they stay there. Like and it's just like
dude,
a puzzle.
and the fact you would also have to relive every fucking injury.
Ow.
Yeah. Imagine your fucking leg just snapping when you're walking again, like
I would not be okay with that.
What about
My
kids?
hand's just gonna snap.
What about kids with like
but my knuckles. I just.
here's one and here's one and I shouldn't.
We're in the middle of playing GTA, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna freaking knock Cody off of the fuck. Like, oh, what happened to him? I am fucking broke.
Here's one that I'm like I shouldn't be laughing at. What about kids with like terminal diseases that just like they just their life.
That's what I'm saying. They would basically become healthier and then just back in the womb. Like me. It would be like me. Like, I would slowly, like, oh man, you know, like, my eyesight's getting better again. Or, I mean, my eyesight's still perfect, but, like, at some point, you know, like, I'm 80 and it's like I'm blind or whatever, 50 and I'm blind. And then, but it's like, oh, reverse time. Oh, 45. Hey, I can see, like, color again. 40. Hey, shapes. Like, 35. I can see again. You like that, you know, that'd be awesome.
I'm still learning how to color.
insane, bro.
God, could you imagine 2020 in reverse? Oh God, the murder bees. Here comes COVID.
Oh god, bro.
Now, if you're a gamer, if you're a gamer,
that would suck.
you're just not gonna game anymore because you're just like every game I've known has been released in backwards and stupid.
Well, no, but could you imagine? I'm playing Gears of War 3, man. Better beat it quick because in a week we're only gonna have Gears 1 and 2 in existence.
The thing is, would you really though? Because then, if you're going back in reverse, then you wouldn't have memory of what you did the day ahead.
I would say you would have to have the memory. You would have
to know everything as you're losing it. Like it'd be like slowly losing your mind.
I say you wouldn't because remember, days are passing once again, which means that every activity that you did
Are they
now
passing or are they?
Somebody's drinking team has a drowning
I don't
problem.
returning.
Okay,
my headache's
I
getting
would
worse.
say they would.
I'm not a scientist, dude. I don't understand this stuff.
I would say that it would have to go back because you would not have done those activities that you did, you know, in the past. There's nothing that it'd be predicting the future at that point. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, but then you would know what would happen tomorrow. If you were like...
But
you
how,
would be
though, if tomorrow technically never existed again?
Well, no, what I'm saying is because you're living... Oh my god. I've got a headache.
But yeah, that's what I mean. If it's reverting backwards...
You would know what happened the previous day.
So, like, say that, well, hell yeah, I don't know when the universe, but I got, okay, so say their universe started today, this parallel one starts today, and now runs backwards. So, they would know everything that we know now, but slowly would be losing that. Like, so it would be like, so what you know now, go a year back, or go 3 years in the past, you didn't know me.
Exactly.
That would suck.
Yes, but... So you would slowly forget everybody.
Exactly. Like tomorrow would technically never exist.
Yeah, but yesterday would, so you would have to go relive yesterday.
I see now.
Yeah, Jet, you dumbass.
You see, and if we were living that reverse, that never... God damn it.
Could you make yourself immortal by then crossing back and forth between these parallel universes? If your time goes back, does that make your body, like, you're affected that way, so you're unaging, and then if you step back into this universe, you start aging again?
Sometimes
I am no scientist, but
or would that just be like an immediate death?
So to me, here's the common sense to me.
We're about to be Rick and Morty in this bitch, man.
There's our universe, then there's the parallel universe, but there's this in-between point of no space. Exactly. No, when I was in the multiverse,
there's got to be a multiverse.
Space, I would say space without.
Stanley predicted it.
The space in between spaces is what I kind of fucking what they said in Indiana Jones. You know, it's literally a dimension of a space between the two parallels.
Difficult hole on the course.
Basically,
so
purgatory.
Struggle with this part.
Pretty much, exactly, purgatory. And I would say that is your safe point. However, if you somehow manage to cross your bodies in between both universes, I feel like you would die. Because one half of your body is de-aging while the other one is aging. So that means that your body is going to become so uneven that you're just going to split.
Well, see, that's what I mean. Like, how fast would it... Because, like, then you would have to take in the concepts of, like, how fast is the process? Because, like, if it's like a portal, like Rick and Morty, where you step through... I get what you're saying, but technically, so it'd be like my toenails and stuff on my feet would be like 5 seconds older than my butt cheeks.
Now, the one thing... Yeah. Now, here we go. Now...
But then you could reverse that by going back through. It would just take it off.
Right. But say that you're just stuck, though. Like, you're just stuck in the area in between the two universes where your body part is literally, like, split. Right.
Now that would be like if there was a bigger gap, like if it wasn't like a little portal where it'd be like you walk in, there's like a corridor, and then it shuts, then you'd be like essentially like kind of fucked.
Right. Now here's my only.
This is why I don't understand quantum physics.
Well, this is why, dude. Like, it's shit like this that we need to talk about, and we need to start podcasting because this is the shit that fucking people want to hear. But. I would say this. So,
start studying quantum physics.
I would say that you don't necessarily age faster if the parallel universe itself is in sync with your current universe. So, like, yeah, it might be like March.
Yeah, but technically, how would it be in sync? Because if it's going in reverse time,
I'm saying like I'm talking about like just in different theory. In different theory.
Oh, okay.
So I'm talking about like if we're in our universe and we saw that there's another universe that we're able to probably jump into, or another multiverse that we're able to jump into, then even though we're on May of 2020, it could be like November 21, 25 in the next universe, you know. But I want to say that you would be like a gazillion or whatever years older, if you step toeing first, because you're still pretty much within that time frame. So
I feel like you would have to go Rick and Morty on that, where like how when they step into different dimensions, they don't get affected. They just walk through the portal and then they're there.
Exactly.
So, like,
I feel like
I
that's
would
what
still be
happen.
24-year-old me when I jumped through, but then
It seems port closed.
if I stayed in there for like, say, like a week, I don't like. We'll just go with like jet lag. Give it like a day or two, and then your body would start reversing
So, like,
time instead.
I also want to put in the
Exactly.
fact that what if it's just like you guys have seen, oh, what's that show called? You know, with the lion and they walk in the closet and stuff?
Narnia.
Narnia. What if it's just
That was
like
also
that?
a movie, not a show, boner.
Yeah, well, okay, a movie. What if it's like, you know how like they aged and they were all like really?
They have a lion and they walk into a closet. So inaccurate, but I'll take it, dude.
And like, oh my god. Oh, Mako. Oh god, that trick scared the piss out of me.
It's a wardrobe.
Yeah, okay.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Chronicles of Narnia. You butt fuck.
Anyway.
yourself, Jack. I hate you.
Anyways, so it's just like, what about if it's just like there where it's just like they age and then when you go in the other universe, you're just the same age as when you left.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like Rick and Morty, how like when they step through the portal, like nothing really, like they don't change. Like you don't see Rick get older or younger. You don't see Morty get taller or shorter. Like they've entered different dimensions how many times, and nothing ever has happened to like them physically, unless like something is going on in that dimension they entered where like it would affect everybody. Because like, think about how many dimensions Rick and Morty have crossed through with Rick's portal gun. Diving through portals into different dimensions with different, you know, like atmospheres, like all sorts of different, you know, chemical products and properties of shit, and they don't come out differently. Unless it's obviously part of the story and it affects it, but you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like there would be like that little, like I said, like maybe a jet lag would be like a little bit of a time, but then your body would eventually like, because obviously you're not gonna get older if everybody's getting younger around you, like, you're going back in time with everybody, so your body would have to like adapt and revert, or else you would just die, or I don't fucking know. I guess that would be where, like, if time police exists.
Testicle monkey.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is way
Isn't that
above
kind of
anything
what
I've
Trunks?
fucking
Isn't that
heard
kind of
before.
what Trunks is?
Yep.
Yeah, like Trunks is a time cop.
Zach! Zach! I did fucking summon the other day. Guess fucking what?
I started playing Dokkan again. Oh, hey.
I got an LR the other day.
Nice. But, oh shit. The Knighthood I play 7 Deadly Sins with here in Stacks. Stacks here or whatever, him and like a handful of other dudes also play Dokkan. So in our Discord server, we have a dedicated chat group for Dokkan and the Sins.
Let's pretend they did.
Oh,
as
nice.
It makes for a more interesting story.
I've been learning and keeping up with Dokkan because he's been posting like all the updates, like, hey, this is coming out, this is coming out, this is what's up.
Yep.
So I've been keeping updated on it, and it looks pretty neat. So I started opening it again and getting my daily rewards and playing more.
I got so excited, dude, but then I got pissed off. Okay, remember the last LR they released? It was the Super Saiyan God, but he was in like intelligence.
That's purple, right?
My
Yeah.
head.
What's wrong with your head?
Well,
I've had a headache.
No, take some Tylenol or something.
I managed to get him.
Stomp on your foot.
Managed to get that fucking LR. However,
Oh, yeah.
my main goal was to get the new LR, which was a fucking LR Ultra Instinct. So I got the one that I wanted previously. So I probably won't get this one until the next time that I fucking go for it.
Oh, hey. I've been meaning to ask you. You should message me. What do you read the Dragon Ball Super manga off of? You should message that to me then.
Yeah.
Don't say it out loud. That's, I don't want too many people reading. I mean, you can get in the Dragon Ball Super, but I'm not an advocate for broadcasting or advertising. That's why So far, I've just been googling it, and usually it takes a couple, like 1 or 2 tries, and then you find one that doesn't just shut down, like 2 pages in.
The best way to catch a kingfish is with a wire leader twin treble bait rig on a 7-foot rod. Or you can just be a shark. Nothing gets a kingfish in the mood quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf.
Damn you. Sent that at the perfect time. Oh yeah, but you see that picture I sent you?
Yeah, just saw it.
Kinda like that. That's what my dude looks like. But his hair there, it's like tinted green to match the eye in the back. It's like halfway down, it's like the highlights, but I would probably figure like he could have him. I don't know, I feel like that would be maybe not right off the rip, but like make it like shorter at first and then over time kind of, because I feel like, I don't know, with how my guy's gonna be, he ain't gonna be a natural, like I'm gonna run to the hair salon and get a cut. It's kind of a thing during a training session, you know, like it'll grow over time. Kind of a feel thing, I don't know.
I got you.
I've been working on that.
Ultra Instinct is so cool, man. You know what his super is? The move that he pulls in, fucking... Doping?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were playing, like, Kakarot or Xenoverse.
Oh, no, I'm playing Kakarot right now.
That's why I was like, wait, did you get there already? Oh, shit, man. Earlier I heard I was just want to hit the Namek card. And now you're like obvious, man, you badass. That's been like 30 minutes. Holy shit.
Alright.
I mean, I'm pretty sure right. If I really focus it,
here.
Yeah, that's fucking Jet.
I was just said Jet. Holy ball sacks, man. How does your controller not snap in that? Fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm a gem. R3 with my thumb. Like, finesse it, man. Holy balls. I can hear the crap out of it. Like, listen to this. I can go side to side. Listen to that. You hear that? I'm going full left to right there. You can barely hear me. And then there's you. Like, oh my god, man. How do you change your daughter's diaper without sending her through the ceiling? Alright, Gloria, time for boom! Bomb catch!
Oh, God. Oh.
I feel bad when you have to wipe your own ass. Like, he's probably like
God, dude,
elbow deep.
himself.
He's elbow deep, like, so that's what my large intestine feels like.
Oh.
Neat.
Neat.
That's why Jet suffers from a collapsed butthole.
Yeah, I now know my secret. I have super powerful thumbs. I can yeet and delete people.
You're nasty. The little Gohan, some of the sacred water. I'm always gonna boost up to level 30. He's always like a little kid.
Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam.
Gohan, take some of this water and rub it against your body. What? I try to copy narrator's voice. It's kind of hard. He has a funny ass voice, dude.
Oh yeah. Narrator when he does his fucking
You watch. Laying there the puddle of his own blood.
right there in a puddle of never mind.
No, you can't. You sound like a pubescent girl.
Ah.
Yeah, you little bitch.
You cannot fathom the deep voice. Let your nuts hang.
What?
Wait, where are his nuts
You want to
hanging?
be as strong as me? Let your nuts hang.
What you not saying?
I know from you, Jet, that they haven't descended in a while.
Yep, it's been a long time.
But you gotta dig deep down inside yourself, just like when you do with your butthole and you collapse and crack. Dig deep down, Jet. Deep down.
Oh.
Oh, gross. Don't do that. Don't do that when I'm doing that voice. You're nasty. You're gross, and you made me feel uncomfortable.
additives, so the shark doesn't have to worry about hidden artificial
Shame.
colors or flavors.
Fucking shame.
For shame.
What is the matter with you?
I mean, there's a lot of things the matter with me.
Hey, how about you start with not being such a big bitch? Wow. We don't even have a fucking audience in here. Why do you sound like Queen Latifah when you laugh?
I don't know. Fuck's sakes.
Fix yourself, Jet. You're too easy.
Don't we have a time over here, boys? We just have a fucking time. It's just 3 of us and we're having a riot.
Yeah, cause Cody's off doing whatever the fuck.
He's being fucking cheeks.
Oh, he's beating cheeks. I thought his boyfriend was over.
No, I say he's being cheeks. You know Cody doesn't have the fucking balls to clap cheeks.
Unless it's a dude.
Or some fat guy named Rebecca.
You can't talk to girls.
Yeah, he's
gonna-
can't talk to girls.
He's gonna love us when he sees this.
Hey Cody, when you see this, you're a bitch.
That's second.
Second.
Come on, Cody.
Just like Scruffy.
I even got on.
alright, Scruffy.
Scruffy's the man, dude. He spent $300 on a brand new haircut because the other ones wasn't in style anymore.
Excuse me, sir. Just gonna jump through your backyard here. Your local neighborhood bull shark.
What's good for you?
Wait, can I destroy the car?
You can destroy your butthole.
Nope.
Yeah. Someone looked at Jet's butthole and thought it was a black hole. Where do you think his ex went?
Get down.
She was supposed to give him a suppository and she never saw him. Not again.
Hey, that red jet, didn't you eat your ex with your butthole?
I don't know. Okay.
Or didn't you like kill somebody by like swallowing them with your shit or something? I don't know the story. Yeah, so supposedly Jet covered like some woman in shit and they never fucking saw her again. Just like an orangutan.
Jesus. Just like a hippo muck spreading.
Why do you keep saying my cousin's name? Jesus is not here, man. Jesus! Este vato te está llamando. What you want, fat boy? I found a sleeping dinosaur in a cave. Hello there. What is your name? Oriyama.
I've pissed off every mako shark in the entire area. I love it.
I would love to see your house. It does what?
Vanishes in the sinister maw of the shark.
Candy hearts. Littering. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed with that second Super Troopers movie.
With our state-of-the-art cameras, we can probe ever deeper.
It didn't have the same fucking ring as the first one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the one unrealistic thing is that makos wouldn't tangle with the bull shark of his size.
How do you know that?
Because usually when a bigger shark...
Not everything on this planet is a bitch like you, Jet. Some of them will actually fight.
It depends. If the shark is now, with sharks... With crocodiles, yes. But with sharks, usually when a bigger... usually when a bigger shark comes, they will just avoid it entirely.
I don't know, man. Piranhas take on big motherfuckers all the time. I'm pretty sure a shark would take on a bigger shark.
They could, but I think they usually just stay away from each other because an injury to their nose or fins mean they don't hunt. If they don't hunt, they die.
Then they die.
Yes.
I don't think you got the reference.
It's okay.
I'm sad now. You dirty, sloppy starfish, you. Watch out, Bubs.
The scofflaw shark callously disregards the state's 24-inch size limit for kingfish.
No. Yo, alright, so I was watching some, do you guys know who Nuke Norway is?
Who?
Nuke Norway?
Nope.
He's a YouTuber, and he has his channel, or he started big, from what I remember him. Have you guys ever been on Omegle?
I've seen it.
Yeah, well, he first appeared on there, and what he would do is he would scare people. Like, he would show up as, like, some kind of innocent-looking picture at first, and it would transform into something. Right? And then after that, he kind of, like, started shying away from that, started making, like, commentary on scary videos. But he's pretty funny, dude. You guys should look him up. But there was this one compilation of scary videos that he was showing. One of them, bro, I was like, I know for a fact that those little girls saw some shit. Because I remember I saw my fucking grandpa before we buried him, and I can tell you exactly what he was wearing. And when we saw him, dude, he was literally wearing how I described him. It was scary as shit. But these little girls were having like a little tea party, or they were like eating their meal or whatever it was, and they had like this little, you know, little kid table set up. And the oldest daughter starts crying. She's like, you know, I'm scared. And the mom's like, what are you scared of? You know, like, there's nothing there.
Provides a brief respite
and like, the little sister starts teasing her. You know, she's like, rah, like fucking trying to scare her and shit. You know?
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Oh my god, that's just giving me chills. Oh
right?
My god, just thinking of that video scares the shit out of me.
Bro. So then after that, like the little girl starts really crying, you know, and then fucking her mom's like, what's going on? Like, you know, what's the matter? So she gets up off the table and she like walks over to her mom crying, and the little sister's still laughing at her the entire time, you know, making fun of her.
Yes.
Until the little sister then looks back.
And she lets out.
She fucking screams.
And now
bro,
I'm talking about like, you know when kids scream and you know that like they're in trouble? It was blood curdling, the scream. It was like
literally blood curdling scream, dude. It was such a high pitched scream. She got scared shitless.
And anybody,
she was not faking it.
I kinda wanna see this.
I'll try to find the link and I'll send it to you. I mean, you don't see anything. You just see their reaction of whatever they saw.
Oh, so they could just be little bitches.
They could, but
no,
the way
just the way they scream, just the way they scream. Kids, you cannot make up a scream like that. And anybody who watches like scary videos, anybody who watches scary videos knows the video I'm talking about.
Yeah, like, it's not a scary, honestly, it's not a scary video, but just seeing their reactions.
That's bullshit to that statement. Fucker.
You know, but it was, dude, like, their reaction was fucking just, they just feel for them, dude. You know, like, whatever they fucking saw, it just scared the shit out of them.
I don't know what they were seeing. I don't know if it's because they didn't I would imagine because it's like, they didn't really understand it, so like that's why.
No, I would say it was some possible like some fucking demonic shit because they were scared, bro. Like usually, like little kids, if they do see a ghost and it's not like, you know, something that's harmful, they would talk to it. They'll be like, "Yeah, Billy's right here."
Like, when I watch scary shows, scary videos all the time, like I usually leave room like, "Oh, that's creepy," but I always leave room to like, "Yeah, but this can happen, it could have been this, it could have been that." But there is nothing like you know a genuine, you know that those kids are terrified, and it's like they're legit just terrified of something. Oh, every time I think of that,
the Sultan of Speed, the Maneater.
Yeah, no, that video, I was like, what the fuck? And then there was some other videos that he was showing, dude, and it was like, this one that he showed was like a 3-second video. But it was a guy out in, like, in the fields in tall grass kind of shit. And right behind him, dude, you could see somebody sneaking up on his ass like a little fucking kid.
Oh, I've seen some creepy ass videos.
But like the way that it was, the way that everything was leveled, it looks like half of the kid's body was underground while he was walking.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, I'll try to find a video if I can, or the compilation of the videos.
Oh yeah, no, you look on most videos, like most horror videos have it, like I would just look up screaming girl, that ghost.
Or screaming sisters, or scared sisters scream for ghosts, or something like that. Let me just look it up on my phone, I can tell you exactly which video it's going to be.
Fast and aggressive, the Mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the Mako.
Kind of an apex predator were you, bitch? I just destroyed your ass.
Come here, Schmo.
Even for sharks,
Don't you
it's
dare start
important
humping that
to create
cover.
personal time for sober self-reflection.
Well, I'm watching you. Jesus. This dude, this fucking cat, bro, he's like the smartest cat. I swear. He'll like, he has patience. Like, he got into my mom's drawer the other day because she hid his snacks in there and he motherfucker opened it.
Oh yeah.
Or cabinet, or no, it was a drawer. The cabinets are the fucking wide open ones. The drawers like the one you slide out. Yeah. But I had to remind myself which was which.
Oh my head.
Slowly losing my mind here, so pardon me. I don't know, this fucking cat, bro, like, he's such a smart cat. I love the little fucker, though. But sometimes he's too smart for his own good. It's almost like Snowball from Rick and Morty.
There's my shadow fence.
Tigeroos are part of a complete balanced breakfast for anyone aspiring to one day suffer from fatty liver disease.
Well, this should be good. I also just learned something new about this game, son of a bitch. So in Seven of the Sins game here, apparently you can free cook whatever the fuck you want in the tavern. Because the leader here, Stax, is like, yeah man, if you go in you can use those things we just got for this event to cook fire resistance and like more drops for running an Ifrit boss fight. And I was like, no shit, but mine doesn't show that. How do you do that? And he's like, wait, you've never free cooked or whatever? I was like, nope. He's like, well, that's a lesson for another time then. Maybe on stream or Discord I'll invite you and you can watch. I was like, yeah, I'll have to do that because I had no fucking idea you could do that shit.
How long?
Right? Like, like, that's fucking wild. We're running the Ifrit boss on hard, and he's like, don't worry. You might end up dying on this. That's okay. I can solo at least hard. And I was like, cool.
Cool. Nice.
Like, cause this is my first time running these. I have no idea what to expect, and oh my god, yeah, I just about died on that turn.
Potatoes.
Back aboard the Cajun Queen, family tensions are at an all-time high.
Ziwatanejo.
What did you say?
Little truth. I said Ziwatanejo.
This one's like 20 feet.
Isn't that a town in Mexico or something?
Whatever.
Can't do it.
No.
I'll come out there. I'll do it. The old man with one hand.
Damn.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be mutilating baby sharks.
What you say?
Nothing.
Boy, I couldn't catch in the
If I
dive.
don't die.
He telling me how to honor Shaw. Believe that?
I mean, I came down here thinking it'd be a good opportunity for some father-son bonding. But now, I don't know.
Fuck it.
I might start looking for another summer job.
Hey, not everybody made to be a fisherman. I just hope this whole university thing works out for him, yeah?
Okay.
I died this turn. Here it comes. All three of mine just dead.
Yeah, see, I use one super sacred water for Gohan. He was a level 5, he's level 15 now.
Nice. Give a little quick ticky tick. Did it. I'm dead.
No, I just got kicked out of my game. Fudge. Oh.